Wanna rock your body, body. Oh my God, Jackie, can I try on your glasses? Wanna rock your body. I'm out of control when I'm crushing on you. She don't tell me no when I'm touching on her. H-Town nigga love a with her. Baby, come here, I'ma grip on ya. Y'all niggas ain't got nothing to say. Oh, what you gonna say about her? Y'all know
Good morning, or afternoon, or whenever you listen to this podcast by who? Me, Energy Check. Confession. I missed you guys, but I needed space. Yes. I like to detach sometimes from social media, like to live. And then, sweet confession, I had a lot going on, okay? I was going through some things. Aries and Taurus season has been my ass. Sweet confession, no matter how far you run, you can't hide, and I just had to get through some things, and just editing and the camera and everything just don't be worth it when you have other shit you need to manage, I know everybody out there managing some shit. Sweet confession, I be swearing I like to be dry face or something, like dry lips, because it's like, why you always getting like, I know you feel it. Can you feel it? Sweet confession. Rest in peace, Celeste. If you don't know, it's the little girl who was murdered by D4VD. Yeah, everybody knew. I wonder why it was taking so long. But come to find out, they had a whole investigation thing already in play. Shout out to Drewski, another sweet confession. Drewski is just killing it, and he's going to be performing, well, not performing, but he's going to be hosting the BET Awards. Shout out to him after his show. Erica Kirk, whiteface situation he did, or the pastor prank he did with the flying over and telling everybody they can't lead a church. Shout out to y'all. Sweet confession, gas been kicking my ass. That's really what it is. If gas would just go down, I might be a little bit more comfortable in life. Yeah. Sweet confession, I don't like feeling uncomfortable. Like, when I feel uncomfortable, it's like all the passions and all that shit just go out the window. Another sweet confession, I've been eating real good. Sweet confession, I am happy. I am, not losing sleep. So I'm happy about that, because guess what? I could be a little dry face, head ass bitch, but I'm not, okay? This episode is going to be a little different because I know I've took so long to actually record. So I just want to show some fun stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode when I was in Houston. So that was like a month ago. I'm like 3 weeks late, bitch. Damn. Sweet confession, that shit might happen again, but you gotta tune in, you gotta subscribe, and just be locked in with me, because we here. It's a we thing. It's a we thing. Another sweet confession, sometimes I feel like I run away from my podcast because I've cut so much out of my life, and I don't want people to know my business. I don't want them to know how happy I am. I don't want them to know how content and feeling good and gracious and loved I am. Nope. Why? Because it's like your name holds weight, it holds power, it holds and then people just be always talking shit on your name, and it's like, then you go over here on social media and just got evil eyes, just I be stuck in between the trance of giving a fuck and not giving a fuck, caring about what's going on and not caring about what's going on. It's shit. I don't know. God working on me. God working on you? He better be. Whoever you pray to. Man, oh man, this past month, I was like, how Aries and Taurus could drain you? That's how this month felt to me. But the rabbit's out the bag now, so I've been cool. Let's do energy check. If you haven't been here before and this is your first time, we do energy check here. You knew that? Did you know we do energy check? From 1 to 10, how you feeling? Me, on the other hand, I've been floating at a 7. Sometimes it'll go a little higher, and then it'll go back to a 7. I haven't been under a 7. I had a situation happen in my life where I was, I don't even know if I should say that, but it's 6-7, But after that, I've been pushing through. We're going to get into the testimonies of things. I'm actually also run down a timeline and show you some pictures and some stuff, and we'll get into it, okay? We will get into it. Mental health check. How are you feeling? Mental health check from 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. How you feeling? Energy has been flexing from a 6 to 10. 6 to 10. Definitely because I was in California, so I had jet lag, and I had jet lag going there, and I had jet lag coming motherfucking back. Okay? Crazy. So I just now, this week, and I came back from Cali last week. I was supposed to vlog. We're going to get into that. That was the worst trip of my life. I hope he sees this. Touching on your body. I don't know why people be so miserable. They just need to get a grip.
Or just be yourself. If people don't like it if you're being yourself, fuck them.
I just can't get with it. It's like,
Jesus.
like, what do people want? You be yourself, they mad. You be them what they want, they still not happy. Damn. Like sometimes I fulfill my days with so much that about time it gets to a piece that I need to do, you ain't give your time. You ain't give no space for that. You ain't do nothing for you. Even though everything is for me, around me, for people, but for me, of course, it's like the things you love, like your podcast.
So I'm here.
I did vlog though, right? Let's talk about it, California trip. I don't know, have you guys had some crazy shit going on in the ethers? Because I feel like some crazy shit is just in the ethers. You see, I keep scratching my head because I'm like, I don't know what is going on. Yeah, so I went out of town for a friend's birthday, right? And I'm going to California. So I'm going across the fucking country. And let's just say the first day was great. Everything was great. But by the next day, we had a great day because I came in Thursday and got on Friday. We had an amazing time. Like, it was great. I can't complain about anything. Him, his person, everything was great. Airbnb was fire. Bed was so great. Before I get into that, how it got crazy is I just want to this week focus on boundaries. Boundaries. I've let a lot of people cross a lot of boundaries for their season, their birthday season, and their reasons, right? That is a new part of me. That's growth right there. Because usually I stop everything at the door. But with the people that I love and it's your birthday and stuff like that, I'm going to let that shit go because I know how I was at certain points in my life where people had to give me a lot of grace because I stepped on boundaries, right? Or I disrespected boundaries, or my mouth is hot. So I'll say some shit and maybe that next person thought I shouldn't have said that, right? So I'm very hyper aware of emotions, mood changes, eye contact, body language, all of that. Very, very in tune. And if you come from a background of abuse or anything like that, where you've been just taken advantage of in different ways, you'll know what I'm talking about being hyper fixated on everything around you just to make sure like it's not you. So this episode, I really just want to say you got to respect your own boundaries too sometimes. And if it looks disrespectful to someone else that did not want to be in that boundary, or you didn't allow certain things and because they're crossing it, it's okay. Even if people got to sit in their madness and be a bitter bitch, like do that because that feeling right there is what's going to make you sure that person never do it again. I guarantee you when people learn through experience, you won't do that shit no more. So that's what's kind of happened. Like, I feel like with my friends, I don't know, I guess on that Friday night, things didn't pan out the way he wanted it to. And he was tight. For that Saturday and Sunday, it felt like an eternity. It felt like I was never going to get to the airport. It felt so uncomfortable. Like, if I could have, like, I almost got me a flight home early. I wanted to Uber places, but then I'm like, they were already bothered about me just standing outside by myself. Why would I then leave the house and they don't know where I'm at and I'm by myself? But in my head, I should have respected my boundary because they didn't give a fuck what I was doing. That man, literally, he left Saturday. I ain't see him until Saturday night. I respected my boundary and I did not go. I had shoes for real because he said he was going to give me the shoes. He ain't give me no shoes. So my outfit was incomplete. My nails not done. My toes is, but my eyebrows done, my hair done, but wishes were not fulfilled. And since wishes wasn't fulfilled, what the fuck I look like? Why do I feel like I got to continuously fulfill my obligations? The contract has been breached. And now I don't like that. And that goes for friendships. That goes for family. That goes for anything. Once somebody breaches a contract between you and them, all that other shit is off the table. It was like, for example, this situation. Before I get on to that. So just to say, yeah, that I had pockets of happiness and I am thankful for what was given because nothing is owed to you, right? So whatever did come out of it, super grateful for. Not gonna talk shit about it. It is what it is. Ain't gonna hold you. When that boy dropped me off to that airport, my leg was shaking. Friends, because we friends, right? I literally did not cuss him out. I literally did not have no attitude. I literally did not make nobody feel uncomfortable. I literally just kept trying to have consistent energy, show up the same no matter how somebody was fucking treating me. I did not give it back in reflection. Why? It's because it's his birthday. It ain't worth it. It ain't fucked it. And I'm trying to get home. I tried to get home so many times. It was like Saturday night. I was like, damn, my mom, she was like, you can get on this flight, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, damn, I would, but I would have to go right now. Everyone is coming to the Airbnb right now. So I didn't want to make a scene. I'm like, all right, deuces, while everybody's there. You see how I'm still respecting other people, disrespecting my own boundaries? Because I was uncomfortable. And myself should have listened to myself and be like, no, baby, if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to be nowhere you're uncomfortable. And that's like, I guess, a trauma response, because I've always had to deal with situations that I wasn't comfortable with, but just fight through it. So I got to get out of that. I got to shed that. Somebody I'm dating right now is helping me shed that right now. What do you want? How you want it? Whatever you want. And it's like, I'm so used to doing everything for what other people want and how it makes them feel. That shit gets old. And then now at my 30 age, now I'm over here like, damn, how do I want it? Like, I know how I want it when I'm with me, but when someone else is trying to love on me and give me that energy, like, I'm not comfortable in that. So all to say, even not respecting my boundaries at the time, I took the learning lesson. So if you ever fall into those situations where you're like, fuck, I'm getting, my boundaries are getting stepped all over. My yes and my hard no's are getting stepped all over, but you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe it's a time in those moments to take a step back, and say, let me analyze this before I react to this, because quick reactions is only going to bring ego. And once ego comes in the room, everyone's personal emotion or feelings towards things are going to go out the window. And that's what I felt like I've been dealing with for the past month, was a lot of ego. And you know what? I think within karma, I had to take if anyone want to know why I allow those boundaries to be overstepped, it's because of my karma. I feel like I've done it in my life, so I had to feel it so I could know, okay, this is what it is, and you just don't go back to these things. Because in my villain era, I feel it coming to an end, maybe like 4 more months. FOMO, but it's almost like, I wanna rock your body. Yeah, it's I'm moving again. I'm feeling, yeah, feeling relaxed. I feel happy. But I could say I'm happy, and I can mean that because of how I didn't react. Like, even the shit with my homie in California, I did not cry at all until I spoke to his girl, because it's like, now I'm speaking to someone new and being open about something with someone new, and it's making me feel vulnerable on a tab, like, damn, I gotta explain some shit to somebody that barely even know me for real. And hopefully, you see me for who I am. And that was the only time I really cried about that situation. And I was proud of that, because have you ever been somewhere where you just can't get up and go? Ooh, boy, burn the back of your motherfucking neck, okay? And then with this season, with dealing with so much ego, that's where boundaries come in, because egos say fuck boundaries. And I could get that when we not friends, or you're a stranger, or you disrespected me. But if none of that is in there, and you say you love me as a person, that's where God got my ass to learn. Because I'm like, but I think it was a learning lesson for them too on the opposite side, because the way I reacted was completely different. What thought they was gonna get from me, they didn't get from me. Gotcha. Gotcha. You thought, oh, no. You're not about to suck me more dry than I'm already is right now. And that is another boundary where it's like layers to boundaries, what I learned in the past couple weeks. It's like, it's layers to this shit. It's like, this is like personal, interpersonal, for strangers, for families. There's different levels of motherfucking boundaries, until that back boundary be like, that's it. You got it. You can have it. That's for you. But you're not going to keep, that my boundary was, he's going to take me to that motherfucking airport. Yes, he is. Almost didn't, because I was like, he was playing on my time. And then if anybody know anything about Moolah, Miss Energy Check, I don't like playing with time. I don't like being late. I don't like you making me late. We could be late, but don't make me late because you late. Don't like, my best friend has she's much better now, but she had the worst out of the whole group. It was just like, she would come an hour late, talking about I'm on my way. And we looking at her location. She's still home, bro. That shit, and that's how I know she better know I love her, because I don't let that shit fly. Like, that shit bothers me. So for him to be playing on my time like that, and to be moving like that with me, was crazy. Definitely when I never played on his top like that. Didn't embarrass him. I didn't act no way. I could have showed my natural yellow ass, and I didn't. I could have fucked some shit up. I could have had him in a frenzy. You hear me? I could have fucked up program on capital P, and I did not, because of the respect and love I have for one, myself, and two, him. Because even though I cut his bitch ass off and told him he will never see me again, I still held respect, and I knew that's what I was gonna do. I said, once he dropped me off to this airport, he'll never see me again. This is like, what, we got like 6 years of a friendship, and that's how you do me? Damn, shorty. You the man, shorty. Matter of fact, you could have it, shorty. Like, that's on you, on me, on my mama, on my soul. You could have that shit, have it. But he dropped me off to that motherfucking airport. My leg was shaking. And I was like, and once the car pulled up, I said, this has been the worst trip I have ever wasted my money, my time, my effort on. He said, yeah, because it's always about you. I said, I ain't say this in the moment, but in my head, I was like, yeah, nigga, it is always about me. This is my life. This is my 3D moment. This is me. Like, and I'm showing up for you. But yeah, it is about me. Because why the fuck should I feel like that? Why anybody should feel like that? I have never had anybody come from out of town to come to Miami and stay at my motherfucking house, and I ever treated somebody like I could have knew I wasn't fucking with you once you got on that plane, and I never did nobody like that. I said, you right. All I'm gonna say is it's your birthday. I don't know what I did to you. I apologize. I said, but this will be my last final goodbye. You will never see me again. He said, oh, it don't even matter. I said, I know it don't matter. That's why I'm here telling you to your face. Goodbye. That was the last time he'll ever see these pretty eyes lay in his pretty eyes. You hear me? I wasn't fucking with it, and I'm not fucking with it. Ain't nobody, I mean nobody, is gonna be playing on my motherfucking top. And especially if you're not empathetic, especially if you're showing me you don't give a fuck. I'm a person that if I fuck some shit up, I fix it. If I do something wrong, I apologize. I take accountability. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's my boundary, and that's my boundary in my life. Nobody. And don't get me wrong, angels, don't get me wrong, because y'all saw I give chances, I give opportunities and spaces for people to fuck up and clean up the shit. I don't get, I'm not like, no. But one thing my ex told me is like, you talk to me and you treat me like if you my mama. And I told him this, if your mama treated you right and raised you right, I wouldn't be telling you these things. So that goes for anybody. Nobody should be teaching you these things if you were a good fucking person. If you would realign yourself, check yourself, you wouldn't be in these situations. And what's even more fucked up is he knew my financial situation and he left me on my dick like that. He's lucky I was good. That's why you never let anybody know what you really, all your cards up your sleeve, because people will fucking play on you. And the people who love you will play on you the most when they know you're right at that vulnerable sweet spot of where they can be like, gotcha. And no, I've been got too many times like that. Nobody can ever get me like that no more. Nigga, you was going, guess what? I was still eating. Only thing I did was then go get no like some smoke or whatever, whoop, because I was like, you know what? Moolah, sit in this. I fucking left my phone at the airport, had to get my phone shipped all the way to California. For you to be treating me like this? I have my earpods. Everybody know, and if you don't know, I use my earpod. I use one, and it helps me with my anxiety. Like I could be just playing anything in my ear. It could be a podcast, it could be music. I got something going on. So if I'm not fucking with a vibe, or I'm not, I could be tuned out, like, and I look like I'm there. And that's just me, like my personal thing. Everybody has a way of what they deal with, how they deal with it. For me, that's my peaceful spot. I could just tune out. Whoop, won't even know. Life could be going on, and I'm just, I wanna rock your body. And I'll be like this. But I didn't have anything. So going back to what I was saying is more of like, I did it on purpose, where I didn't want to go get no provisions to make me happier. I was like, no, sit in this shit. As long as you can get your water, your Powerade, and your food, sit in this shit. Look at this. Be very sober, analyzing what the fuck is going around you. Because even for a moment when you got into another situation and it was like, oh, you were lit, and somebody could blame your drinking, now you feel guilty cognitively, because you're like, damn, was I off, or did I come away, or whoop-de-woo? And it'd be like, no, you just found a moment that you wanted to shine and you did that. So the next time some shit, and mind you, it happened three times in the Aries season, the Taurus season. It's crazy. I was just like, and I let everybody have it. I really did. So I'm really proud of myself in this time. But I was going through some shit, and I just needed to sit in it, and traveling and everything. So it adds on to why this wasn't a priority at the moment, because my priority was my mental sake, my heart, and how I was going to handle these things. It's like, do I still love you through this and push through this, or do I cut up and be like, nah, I'm done? Like, it was just so many emotions I had to go through, and it was just draining. It was tiring, and it makes me feel, it really confirmed the feeling of why I be by myself, minding my business, doing whatever I want. Like, that just makes me more happier. Coming from, you got so many people around you, to just your peace, it's like nobody could get that back for you. Like, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? So in our growth, in our change, and the things that we're going through, I just kind of like ask for us as friends to like really take accountability on your own space, on your own growth, on the changes that you you have made on why you react a certain way, why you don't react a certain way. Should you do something better? Should you change different lifestyle choices? Just so you could see the best version of you, because people will always love to put this perception or picture or, whatever the fuck they think of you. But is that something you want to be thought of yourself? Fuck what they think. When you look at that, are you like, yeah, I'm proud of that? Cool. Because everything I did on each time, I could still stand on. I could still say I'm proud of how I moved and I reacted, and I ain't got no regrets. And not even that it happened. I don't even regret it. It's like, okay, now I just learned. Now I know. And that is a moment of like me respecting who I am and understanding that I have grown. So within my boundaries, yes, I could get stretched out a little bit more, but I also know the stopping point. I know the go point. I know okay, this is family moment. Before, it was the same thing all across the board. You try me, it's done, it's stuck, it's da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And seeing myself grow out of that has been a blessing. Look, I got goosies. Because when your healed state, your evolved state, your villain era, you look mean, you look rude, but really it's just because you have boundaries and you're not letting shit slide no more. But within that, you still want to be graceful. You still want to be loving. You still want to be understood. You want to be, like I say, I want to be like Jesus all the time, right? But Jesus don't say dirt thrown in your eyes and just stay there. No, he say you keep going. They don't listen to the message, just keep going. And I've learned that it's okay to not be fully nice, and I've learned that it's okay to not be fully good or bad or negative or positive. I feel like we have to have a duality of all, but behind every situation, know the intention, know the love, know the care. Where is it coming from? What perspective is it coming from? What is it trying to prove? What is it trying to show? Is it showing something? I've learned that a lot this month. Shout out to my baby Jasmine. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. It's Taurus season. Shout out to my best friend Shanice. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I love you. I appreciate y'all. And I can't just to continue living life with you, Shanice and Jasmine. I'll continue praying, pouring up for you and showing love on my altar for you, lighting a candle, going to see your family, going to your stone, your resting spot, and just giving grace to you, because through all of these moments, like, I felt you, Jasmine. I felt the love. I felt the protection. I felt the guidance. Even happy birthday to my godmother. Rest in peace, Kathy. I love you and I miss you. Felt your love and protection too. Shout out to one of my angels, Bob. I used to take care of him when he had dementia, and I felt him too. In California, I seen a hummingbird, and he just was like, the hummingbird was just in front of the window while I was washing dishes. And he was a bird watcher. So my love for birds, I got through him. And I pray that us as friends, we find those beautiful silent moments of being like, I'm where I need to be. So no matter how ugly or pretty that shit could look, you Gucci. You're right where you need to be. It's already written. All you do is the best that you can through every movement. Everything don't gotta be understood. I really don't. I wore this for my boo. He like Bugs Bunny. And this is my auntie, Taz. She loved Taz. And that's a me. That's a me. But yeah, I'm pretty much like, that's like really the wrap of it all. Like, I just been going through some shit, just some changes. I've grew on some stuff. I changed on some stuff. I'm not getting out of my body. I'm not letting people have that control. The fucks is really out the motherfucking window. Even though I could hurt, like, my heart felt that. I was like, ooh, damn, my dog did me like that. You really did me in. Like, all three of them did me the fuck in. And I was like, oh, everybody to be like, oh, so you're the problem. You're the drama. Maybe. Right? Maybe. But all three of them, I would have never done that to. I would have never acted like that towards them. So it was a learning lesson. I could definitely say that much. On the end note, I pray that we keep growing from it. We keep evolving from it. Ain't nothing stopping this boat. Ain't nothing stopping this journey. Only I can. Only God can. You know what I'm saying? And the only way I can is if I jump off. And I'm not doing that. So God forbid, if anybody think I come up missing, just know I ain't killed. Tell them I didn't do it. But I wanted to end off this new segment with oh wow. I wanted to end off this segment with some cards. This is my angel card deck, one of my oldest decks, first deck, actually second. Two, never the one, but the two. And just end off on a good note of like where we should be focusing our energy on. Why not? This is what I used to do. I used to be a card reader. I used to do tarot, herbs, all the divination stuff. But I put that down over the years, but my cards have definitely came back to me. So I'm gonna share some with you. These two fell out the deck, right? And my favorite number is 2. So the first one is amber. Mind you, funny story. My favorite stone is amber. How about that nigga? And just let that thing fly over. Like, I caught that. I really did. But okay. Shout out to him and then the family, beautiful family. It says, Amber, it says, give it to God. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release this situation to God for healing and answers. Let's take a deep breath for everything we're holding on to. You're going to breathe in and hold it for 3. Man, I shake. Give it to God. God handle it. Then the second one that came out was titanium rainbow quartz, multifaceted. It says there are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. You remember what I was talking about with the boundaries? And I was like, there's layers to this shit. It's who you talking to. Is family layers, friend layers, dating layers, best friend layers. There's so many layers of motherfucking boundaries. 222. That's all I've been trying to say. Okay, so last card before we leave. It's gonna be from my daily crystal inspiration. And in the box it says, when you open your heart and trust yourself, the universe will always guide you in the right direction. That's why I've been just trying to have myself lately, because I know God probably been tight with me and I've been tight with him. Been thankful. I'm just over it. Let's see what they talking about. I got 2 minutes on 222. I don't even know how to say that name. We're going to keep it pushing. Remember your worth. This is what it says. But I'm not picking this card. I was like, shit, I couldn't even pronounce this shit if I want me to. I'm dyslexic, okay, guys? I'll be like, I don't know what you trying to say here. I don't know what you're trying to say here. Release your emotional baggage. I've been working on it. Last one, because we're always going to do 2s. Okay. Oh, I love this crystal. Angel light. Support is all around you. That makes me happy. And just for the shits and giggles, what it says on the back. Rainbow obsidian. Heal your heart. Remember, I was just saying that too. I'm working on it. And then the last one here. I don't know how to say that either. Period, poo. Life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lessons and blessings they contain. What I was saying, I was like, listen, I stood back and just try to figure it out. It's stressing me out like that. Well, I'm definitely going to be adding the cards to the end of every episode now, because it really divinely just connected just like that. And I always tell you guys, I speak from the heart. I don't write this shit out. I just keep it pushing, and I let my heart flow through these conversations. So I'm really thankful that whoever sits through these episodes, who subscribes to me, who follows me on Energy Check through this whole process, whether you're hating bitch or not, or you love me bitch, yes, thank you. And to my kings out there, thank you for supporting, because you guys do be supporting me. Do me a favor, pass this episode along, pass it to a friend that may need to hear this or who's going through this. Share me, give me an algorithm. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy this episode of Energy Check. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn that ding bell on, because we friends. I just called you my friend. Don't disappoint me. I see you, I love you, and I appreciate you. Later, guys.
Wanna rock your body. Wanna rock your body.
I'm out of control when I'm crushing on you.